According to a new study, there's a lot of college graduates out there who are struggling to land their first job because they are so bad at the job interview process. This comes, and this study is just from last month, December 2023. Some New Jersey-based research group called Intelligent surveyed 800 U.S. managers, and they all sounded like these Gen Z candidates are basically drooling on the desk and can't figure out how to pick up normal professional cues. And 1 in 5 employers reported that recent college graduates are generally so unprepared when it comes to interviewing for a job, they opt for older candidates. My next guest is Joel Patterson. He heads up the Vested Group. It's a local firm here in Plano that helps growing companies expand and hire on new people, and his company's always on the best places to work list. So let me ask you, Joel Patterson, are you seeing what this report says? Recent college graduates are struggling with just being adults and having normal interviews?
Well, I hate to disparage an entire generation, so I don't want to label them that way, but the short answer is yeah. I've absolutely seen that. Now, we have plenty of Gen Z people that work with us that are solid. They show up on time every day. They do what they're supposed to do. But we have had a couple of ones that got through that didn't work out. But we've also interviewed quite a few that they just didn't quite seem to understand business etiquette. And I don't know, even when I went to college, I'm not sure I ever took a business etiquette course. So I don't know if that's completely surprising, but a lot of it is just more normal human interaction stuff, eye contact, brushing your hair, showing up with, somewhat respectable clothing. It is different. But every generation is that way, right? There's always something that we have to be able to cater to them a little bit. And what ultimately has got to happen is we've got to be able to modify how we manage and mentor those people.
Yeah, I always worry about being the old guy who's just screaming, "Get off my lawn," and young kids these days, because every generation does it. And I think, our parents' generation had to deal with that from their parents. We had to deal with it from our parents. And now is this just a normal course of things where Gen Z kids are dealing with their parents who just had different mores?
Yeah, there's some glory days syndrome going on here. I mean, I feel the same way when I talk about it because I know the generation older than me said the same thing. But again, it's different. It's different this time. And when you look at what they are struggling with, it is some more basic, what we would consider skills. Here's a great example. It was also in that survey. They said that 20% of the employers observed the recent grads bringing a parent to an interview. I can't get my head around even the idea of why or how you would do that. But it goes to show that they're not necessarily, at least some of them, are not necessarily equipped to go into an interview, think critically, be professional, stand up, look straight, and just do the basics that you need to for just normal kind of social interactions.
My mind is blown. Someone brought their mom to an interview, Joel?
That's what it said. I have not personally experienced that, but and it's hard to imagine how that would go down. But yeah, that's more than one person did that.
Are we noticing an exception for the Gen Z kids that are coming out of the military? Because I noticed in my limited experience, I haven't done with hiring nearly as much as you, but these guys at least know the basic yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. They're punctual, they're on time, their hair is cut, and it probably has some dippity-doo or something in it. Is the military doing a better job preparing these people than some colleges?
We don't have a lot of military interviews in our firm, but the ones that we have, I mean, yeah, they definitely get that. They have a better sense of discipline, and then you start shifting to, all right, what do they really know about interpersonal skills, and how are they able to take those skills and better their job or do a better job in their profession? I think it's a different set of challenges, of course. But I think ultimately that entire group is really, until I don't know when, until the next group comes along, I suppose, they're going to be labeled with that. And I think it just really goes to show, if you walk into an interview with a little bit of preparation, do a little bit of research, make sure your clothes are ironed, and try and look them in the face or look them in the eye as you're speaking to them, you're going to do just fine. And that will set you apart from the others. So it's really, if you look at it, it's an opportunity for the rest of Gen Z to go in there and kill it.
All right. Thank you very much. This is Joel Patterson from the Vested Group here in Plano. If you want to find him online, easy website to remember, The Vested. Is that the right website, thevested.com?
You nailed it. I appreciate it, James.
All right, thank you, Joel.